You're listening to a production of the National Media Archive. To learn more or volunteer, go to nationalmediaarchive.com.
Close your eyes and picture yourself surrounded by endless sand. That's what Dubai looked like just a couple decades ago, a barren expanse, windswept and sun-blasted. But what if I told you that, in just 20 years, those dunes transformed into a stone and glass oasis brimming with life? Dubai's metamorphosis isn't just remarkable, it's almost mythical. Imagine the audacity, building entire islands shaped like palm trees, even visible from space. It's as if fantasy leapt off the drawing board and became reality. But here's the question: what drives a city to dream this big? And, more importantly, what did it take to turn sand into a skyline? Let's meet the mastermind, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Now, you might be thinking, isn't every city shaped by its leaders? Sure, but Sheikh Mohammed's approach is different. His rule is marked by what urban planners call catalytic governance, a kind of top-down, rapid decision-making that sweeps away red tape. In Dubai, if the sheikh wants it, it gets built. Simple as that. But it's not just about authority, it's about vision. He saw Dubai as a future hub of business, finance, and luxury, long before the first spade hit the sand. And that's the engine behind Dubai's explosive growth. One man's ambition, amplified by an entire city's will to succeed. Let's hit pause and ask, why did tens of thousands flock to Dubai in the early 2000s? Well, in 2001, Dubai did something radical. It rewrote its property laws, allowing foreigners to own real estate for the first time. The technical term here is freehold ownership. Basically, you could buy, sell, or rent property outright, just like a local. The result? A gold rush, not for actual gold, but for condos, villas, and retail space. Imagine hearing that you could triple your money just by owning a patch of desert-turned waterfront. No wonder 120 Brits alone made the leap, chasing dreams and fortunes. Now think, have you ever seen an entire city rebranded overnight as an opportunity zone? Time for a technical deep dive. Ever heard the term land reclamation? In Dubai, it means creating land where there was none, using 320 million cubic meters of sand and rock to build Palm Jumeirah and the World Islands. These aren't just engineering feats, they're modern-day wonders, like the Great Wall or the pyramids. But here's the twist. Unlike ancient wonders, these projects had to withstand saltwater corrosion and massive weight loads, pushing civil engineering to its limits. And if you're wondering about the payoff, just ask the investors who saw their properties soar six-fold in value before a single brick was laid. That's the high-stakes game Dubai plays and often wins. Now, let's talk about status. In Dubai, luxury isn't just a lifestyle, it's a currency. Think personalized number plates selling for $2 million or 7-star hotels boasting underwater suites and fleets of white Rolls Royces. The technical term for this is conspicuous consumption, spending to show off, not just to satisfy. But here's a story. I met Neil, a Brit who swapped his London flat for a palm frond villa and now drives a Bentley, a Jag, and a Ferrari. Is it about the cars, or is it about being seen in the cars? In Dubai, the answer is always both. So, what does it really mean to live the Dubai dream? And what's the cost of keeping up? Ever wonder how a city can build what seems like a decade's worth of construction in a matter of months? Welcome to Dubai's world of fast-tracking and design-build contracts. Basically, planning and building happen at the same time, with bureaucracy taking a back seat. Projects like the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest tower, add a new floor every 3 days. That's vertical velocity rarely seen elsewhere. But here's the conflict. While speed brings rewards, it also brings risk. Can you build a city so quickly without cutting corners? And if you do, how do you make sure it lasts? That's the balancing act at the heart of Dubai's urban miracle. Let me paint a picture. Opulent hotels where Westerners sip champagne, just steps away from traditional neighborhoods governed by Sharia law. This is the expat bubble, a protected sphere where Western customs are tolerated as long as they stay behind closed doors. The technical term here is social segmentation, parallel societies living side by side, but rarely overlapping. But here's the catch. Step outside that bubble, and the rules change fast. From alcohol bans to public decency laws, what's normal in London or LA can get you in hot water. or even jail in Dubai. So, I ask you, can two cultures truly coexist when the boundaries are so sharply drawn? Dubai's economic engine has run hot, fueled by property speculation and foreign capital. But what happens when the global credit crunch hits? This is systemic risk, when trouble in one part of the world threatens the whole system. Some locals say, there's no credit crunch here, but look closer and you'll see layoffs, stalled projects, and nervous investors. Oil now makes up just 6% of Dubai's income, so the city's fortunes hinge on constant inflows of money and people. When that slows, the whole glittering facade is at risk. So, is Dubai's boom built on a solid foundation, or is it a house of cards? Only time will tell. Let's get real about life on the ground. Dubai boasts over 200 nationalities, but Emiratis are now just 1 in 6 residents. That's demographic inversion, when locals become a minority in their own land. Now think about law. Strict, sometimes suddenly changing, with harsh penalties for what might seem minor offenses elsewhere. Drug possession? 4 years. Sex outside marriage? Jail time. But here's the paradox. Dubai needs Westerners to thrive, so it walks a tightrope, enforcing laws but often turning a blind eye in tourist zones. The question is, can a city maintain control and openness at the same time, or is conflict inevitable? To cap it off, let's look at how Dubai markets itself. The city spends millions bringing in celebrity chefs, athletes, and brands. It's what marketers call place branding. But underneath the glitz, there's another draw: security. Residents talk about leaving doors unlocked, feeling safe on the streets. That's social contract in action. You accept strict rules in exchange for prosperity and peace of mind. But here's the unresolved tension. Can Dubai keep attracting talent and investment if it's seen as restrictive? Or will the promise of opportunity always outweigh the risks? As Dubai races toward the future, maybe the only sure thing is that the city will keep reinventing itself and challenging our ideas about what's possible in the desert.